My name's Nigel Culkin and I'm the co-president of the Institute of Small Business and Entrepreneurship. When the UK's Enterprise Research Centre put a call out for the establishment of a number of communities of interest, then ISBE was very keen to get involved at the very early stages. And so we put a proposal in with a number of universities and a data aggregator in this space, and we were successful. And we are running the second of the workshops today at the Hertfordshire Business School in Hatfield. Today is a very creative day. It was built around a keynote talk by Professor Colin Mason from the Adam Smith Business School in Glasgow, who's just published a major piece of work around business angels. And in this morning's sessions, we will have a number of practitioners who will be looking at the state of play from their perspective. In the afternoon, we will move on to 2 round tables, which will be chaired by leading academics, one interested from a research perspective and where the research could be and will be and might be going in the future, and one from a teaching perspective, which I think is very important.
What I really want to talk about today is change. The angel market is in a quite dramatic period of transition. This change has been largely ignored by scholars. Clearly, we've got a new actor on the scene, the group manager, the gatekeeper. We have to rethink the messages we're giving to entrepreneurs.
I'm pleased that the academic community is taking an interest in this because I think some very exciting and interesting things are happening. Conventional and alternative, old and new, are increasingly merging.
There's probably a need for community in every industry, in every sector, because business is done between people. Certainly myself, and I hope other people in sort of alternative funding, are not anti-bank per se. In absolute terms, the crowd as an investor is growing, but in percentage terms, it's very much falling away.
Within an area such as alternative finance, one that's growing and maturing and developing, I think there are always going to be a lot of questions, both from business and from academia. So to have a kind of forum where people can come together and talk about what they're realizing, what they're finding out, and what's coming up is really interesting.
What you can see here is that we are lending where banks are not, and those actually also happen to be areas of higher deprivation. By being part of this community and engaging with the other alternative finance providers, academics, policymakers, and other institutions that are part of this community, we can raise awareness and work together as a more inclusive system.
It's a forum to discuss alternative finance, which is a very exciting emerging area, both for practice and research and policy.
One of my expectations from today is hopefully to see papers developed for the conference, the ISBE conference, taking place in Paris in October, where we can see ideas that have maybe shared today are developed into conference papers and then on into journal articles. Another expectation that I have is that we develop the community of interest into what ISBE then will call a special interest group, which will have its own committee, its own members, and that we can be supported in a much more robust way from the ISBE virtual office. And once that's in place, we can attract more members and we can certainly promote the whole area of alternative and entrepreneurial finance.